Goldplay is a very young company. It was listed in March 2018, so only 10 months old. We were successful to acquire 250 square kilometers of concessions in a multi-million ounce mining district in Mexico named Rosario. That picture is the Rosario mine. It's a mine that operated for 250 years, produced 4 million ounces of gold and 80 million ounces of silver. We have the records to show that. We were able to acquire a lot of concessions surrounding this mine that today is controlled by Fresnillo. It's not operating. And as part of the business plan, we also have been very successful to acquire at low cost other assets. And I'm going to provide a more detailed presentation about the silver asset that we are about to release a new resource. I'll be doing some forward-look statements, traditional disclaimer. So why Goldplay? Low-risk precious metals, gold and silver. Mexico is a mining country. Although we have a new president in Mexico, I'm not Mexican, Brazilian, Canadian, but have been doing Mexico for 15 years from my previous experience as geologist, engineer, and investment banker. The name of the project is San Marcial. It's a resource stage. Why? Because there was a resource done in 2008 with 30 million ounces of silver equivalent. When we bought the property last May from SSR Mining, we acquired the property for additional 22 holes. The resource that was done in 2008 was done with 30 drill holes. We were successful to acquire with additional holes that were drilled after the last resource and never incorporated. That gave the company a lot of leverage to very quick, at low cost, have a new resource in place. The company has a very tight capital structure. We have a very strong shareholder base, including Sunstorm, SSR Mining, and a mine engineering company named JDS Mine Engineer here in Vancouver. Board and management, a lot of positive track records in exploration, discoveries, and transactions in Mexico. My last track record was I was directly involved to sell Silvercrest mines to First Majestic in October 2015 for $150 million. As I said, the capital structure very tight, 41 million shares outstanding, 50 fully diluted, market cap today close to 11 million Canadian dollars. I mentioned the shareholder base. Important to see on this slide that management and insiders will control close to 22%. It means a lot of skin in the game and heavily involved in the company. Where we are today, we believe we are undervalued because we have a resource that's historic, but we are about to do a brand new one in a couple of days. So today we have an enterprise value of close to 25 cents per ounce of silver in the ground. Considering the quality of the asset that's high grade, potentially to be open pit, likely to have a high margin, even at these current prices of silver, we see this as a very easy way to think about how this company is going to be re-rated in 2019. Where we have the portfolio for a matter of location, it's not far away from Mazatlan, which is Sinaloa, Mexico. All the red is the concessions that we control 100%. The San Marcial project is highlighted very close to the green. That's the Plomosas project controlled by First Majestic. The blue is Fresnillo controlling the Rosario mine, and the yellow is an open pit heap leach mining controlled by Marlin Gold. So we have a mix of exploration, resource stage projects, and that give the company a lot of leverage to be one of the key players in this multi-million ounce district. Where is the San Marcial? As I said, 5 kilometers from an existing historic mine, Plomosas. A lot of small mines in the area as well. This slide is just to give a view where the 52 holes are located. If you look, that gray area is pretty much a conceptual pit. We are about to do the resource, and this year we are going to do engineering studies. So a lot of drilling, 52 holes, will give a lot of confidence in this upcoming resource. The historic resource that was filed 43-101 with historic 30 million ounces of silver equivalent, we believe we are going to increase that materially with the additional drilling that was done in 2010. We assayed all of that. Other than the resource area that's 500 meters long, we still have 3.5 kilometers to explore. And we've been doing that. And we have discovered new targets, which we released yesterday. 5 new targets. I'm going to show you the location. This map is brand new. It's the location of the resource area. The blue polygon is the 500 meters long area with the ore zone that's wide, 10, 20, 30 meters wide on surface. grades ranging from 150 to 100, 300, even 400 grams per ton of silver, showing that this can be a very profitable initial startup open pit, which is very unusual. Most of the underground mines in Mexico are underground high cost. Position ourselves in a very good spot in the current and the future silver market. I'm going to show some examples of some sections so you can see what I'm talking about, how attractive is the geometry of this ore body and the grades. The first section you can see over here, trench results and drill hole results that prove that we have high grade, 22 meters at 450 grams per ton of silver at surface. That's equivalent to almost 7 grams per ton of gold. Immediately below, we have 57 meters. The true thickness might be close to 40 of 235 grams per ton. Again, close to 4 grams per ton of gold. Very attractive for an open pit operation because it's very wide. And we still see that there's some legs for potential expansion down deep because the drilling today has been very shallow, and grades for underground 1 meter at kilos of silver, 3.6 kilos of silver. Another section, we were able to reopen some historical adits. We went to the core of the mountain. In the center of the deposit, we sampled 13 meters at half kilo of silver. So the opportunity is a high-grade, high-margin potential project in the way of development in a couple of years, in a mining district that's well established. Another section here, again, 10, 20 meters, a very good geometry for open pit. The red and the yellow is the ore zone. Very attractive to do an open pit and in the future develop an underground. So other than this 500 meters long resource, we have this 1,250 hectares in this concession that's part of the 250 square kilometers. What we have done, since we finished all the assays and start doing the resource, we went to do a lot of sampling on the 3.5 kilometers outside of the resource. And today, we announced yesterday, we have already 5 new targets with the similar geology, similar rock type, structures, and some indicators that we can go after those now for potential drilling. Right now, we are trenching. Important to say that we are fully permitted for drilling. We have all the agreements with the communities. It's part of my professional career doing finance in Mexico to tick all the boxes about all the risks to make sure that we have everything in place to be successful to develop the exploration program. So what we are going to see in the next couple of days, weeks, and first quarter in 2019, I name as a maiden resource because this is going to be the first modern resource estimation with 3D model done by independent engineer for this project. And now with 52 holes instead of 30. We are very active to do the trenching and continue to expand the knowledge on the 5 new targets. I'm in the middle of doing metallurgical test work. By mid-February, I might have some news about the leaching, which I believe they're going positive based on the mineralogy of the ore body. As I said, we have the permits in place. I obtained the permits last November. We will be looking for new acquisitions at low cost in the same way that we did São Marcial, because São Marcial was acquired from SSR Mining on a 3-year option with a bullet payment in May 2021 of $2.5 million. Just to give an example, this project was under another option in 2010 in a different cycle with a purchase price of $15 million US. So in conclusion, what we have an imminent, brand new resource, which I believe there will be a material increase in the number of ounces of silver. It's a silver asset. We will continue to explore outside of the 500 meters, aiming the 3.5 kilometers. We will continue to concentrate on high-quality assets in the Rosario mining district. That's where we have the office and we operate, because we believe in the potential for new discoveries and new deals at low cost for the company. This is the information about the company. Please feel free to contact me, and I believe there will be a question and answers after.
Thank you.